Is that all right there? Do you want to turn it round towards this way?
Right. Firstly, how did you first get into acting?
Well, I started, as you could in those days, sort of in rep, in Sheffield, £1 a week. They used to have students in those days. And then you generated from being a student to an ASM, and then I got £2 a week. But it was really marvellous because it was fortnightly, and one realises now it had a very high standard.
Yeah.
And you kind of did everything, and you learned about everything, even almost unconsciously. But it was a marvellous kind of grounding for me, anyway, at that time.
You didn't have to go to drama school or something like that.
No, I didn't. I think now you have to do, because it's all so different. But I didn't at that time. It was either going to drama school or doing it that way. And I stayed there 4 years.
Did you get your repertory card? Do they have it?
Well, it was different then. I think you had to work for 40 weeks in the professional theatre, and then you got one. So if you did a year as a student and then as an ASM, you automatically got one.
How did you first come to hear about the part of Strike?
Well, they just sent me the script and very nicely asked me to do it. I'm sure Doctor Who went through a slight phase where it was very kind of in to be asked to do it, if you know what I mean. And I liked the part. And I don't understand anything. Mary, my wife does, and Jamie does, but I don't understand anything about the machinations of Doctor Who. But I liked it because what I had to do, I didn't have to be a frog or anything like that. It was basically reasonably straightforward, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
For me.
Did you realise that Peter Sallis had been originally asked to play the part?
Yes.
Was that difficult at all?
No, not at all.
Playing some music?
No, not at all.
Just like any other...
Well, you just approach it like you approach anything else.
Yeah. Really. As you said, supposedly every actor wants to appear in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Did you always feel like that? Did you ever have any desire to be in it?
Well, I suppose you always look at programmes and think, oh, well, that would be nice, I didn't have any great longing to do it. I'm glad I did do it. I enjoyed doing it. And funnily enough, it seems to have been quite a popular one.
Yes.
Funnily enough, I had a letter only last week from two, I should have brought it, I forgot, from two boys, who really wrote marvellously about it, about what they thought about, and obviously they understood far more about it than I do. But you just approach whatever you do basically in the same way.
What was it like actually working on the story, do you think?
Very good. I liked it because I like doing what I call non-acting. I like I don't like smiling acting. I don't like displayed acting. I like underplaying, and I like the audience to decide what they think's going on in their head. Or well, I suppose, yeah. I suppose. Yes,
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, all that sort of thing.
That would be more film acting, wouldn't it, to the camera as opposed to an audience that you're doing here.
Oh yes, but then yes, of course it is. But basically, the method of working is still the same. This is different because it's high comedy, and the sole intention of this is to make people laugh. But then it's still based, or should be based, very much initially on reality. Because if it's not real, it's not funny.
So, as you probably mentioned earlier, what did you actually think of the part you got? You liked it, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah. Did you think the story was a good one yourself? Did you see
I thought it was interesting, because I thought, and I suppose quite spectacular, and I like things like sailing ships and mahogany and brass and all that kind of thing.
Did you get to see the story on television?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was very good.
Are you embarrassed to see yourself on television?
Well, you always hate it, but you make yourself do it. I think you've got to watch it just to see what you've done wrong, and you always cringe and think, oh, I wish I'd done that, or that could be better, or whatever. That's why this is nice to do this, because you do have another go at it, you know. In fact, we've nearly had 100 goes at it.
Really?
This week, we've done it 100 times.
Not this week.
No, not this week, but since we started the tour and then bringing it through. But that's very good, really.
Yeah, so presumably then, does that mean mistakes don't occur?
Oh, mistakes always occur, yeah, but perhaps not in the same way.
No.
But this is very good because I think we all sort of approach it. I mean, nobody's yet said, oh, hell, not again, you know, which is a good sign, really. I mean, you just approach each performance from square one, really. Yeah. I mean, of course, you have more surety, you know, where hopefully certain things will be. But you still never know how it's going to go.
Yes, do you ever watch Doctor Who casually or normally?
Yes, occasionally. As I say, Mary watches it, or did watch it more than I perhaps did. But yes.
Is that your wife or your...
My wife, yeah.
Yes. Have you got any thoughts on the cancellation? I suppose you've heard it.
Well, yes, I think...
What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, the story is that it's one of the BBC's economies, isn't it? I don't quite understand it, because, I mean, obviously it's a very popular show, but they've said it's a very expensive show. But, I mean, it's just sold everywhere, so I don't really quite understand it. But, I mean, like everything else, I think we'll bring it back.
Would you like to come back to Doctor Who again?
Yes, I think it'd be nice, yeah.
To play anything specific?
I don't mind, no.
What about the Doctor, if that was offered to you?
Funny enough, I did think about that at one time. Yes, I think I'd have to think about it.
I think you'd make an excellent Doctor.
Well, do you know, funny enough, a lot of people said that.
Yes,
it's strange, isn't it?
Yes. Well, no, it's not strange. It's quite sensible.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Thank you very much.
Is that all right?
That's all it was.
You got everything you want?
I think so, yes.
Good.
Yes.
Smashing.